My all-time favorite genres to read are romance and mystery, kissing books, or murder books. Those are my favorite.
The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I love sister stories. I love books with happy endings, even after they put the characters through a ton of trauma. And I love books that are written in an untraditional way. If you've read any of my books, you probably already know that.
I have to say that Rick Yancey's Monstermologist holds a really special place in my heart. It was the first book where I saw a clearly bipolar titular character, and it was like, he's crazy, just like I'm crazy, same, and it just was love forever.
I'm gonna say Jane Austen's Persuasion. I did write an entire retelling based on it, so clearly I do like the book. Special mention to Ella Enchanted, which I think is the book I've read the most times.
Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. It's kind of the perfect rom-com. It's very much a coming-of-age YA mixed with first love and really discovering yourself. It's dedicated to me, so I kind of like that too.
My favorite book of all time is called Howard's End by E.M. Forster. It's over 100 years old, and hear me out. It's about two sisters who throw tea parties and talk about intellectual things. And I was growing up in Tampa Bay, and all anyone wanted to do was go to the beach. And I opened this book, and I felt like, oh, you can be a pale, sickly nerd and still have a good life. It was actually life-changing for me, that book.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist is currently at the top of my list for book to film or TV adaptions. It's just so good.
Clueless is the movie that first comes to mind. You know, a movie from the 90s based on a book from the 1800s. It really just shows how evergreen these stories are about young people falling in and out of love.
The Talented Mr. Ripley, which was made into a movie in like 95. It's got a super hot cast. It is just a absolute tension-filled, gorgeous romp through Italy. Absolutely love that movie, and the book is actually totally amazing as well.
Catching Fire. It's just a very faithful, very well done adaptation. And as a fan of the book, I'm really happy with how well it came out.
Absolutely, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It is one of the most loyal adaptations I've ever seen. It just does such a great job of bringing the book to life. And I mean, who doesn't love Logan Lerman?
The Rehearsals by Annette Christie. It is not out until July, but it is probably the only women's fiction book that I've read. It's without a doubt going to remain my favorite. It is a time loop book about a couple the day before their wedding where everything falls apart. It's just a great look into the romantic experience.
Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. It is a beautiful, beautiful book that's coming out later this summer about two Black girls falling in love at a music festival. So it is right up my alley and totally my aesthetic. But yeah, it totally made me cry.
I haven't cried reading a book in a really long time, but I definitely shed a tear when I read Fighting Words by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. It's a middle grade, and stories about younger kids recently have really been getting me right in the emotions.
Monday is Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. It's a very intense book, and the ending is devastating, made me cry. It was great. The book was great, not me crying.
So this is gonna sound narcissistic, but the last book that made me cry, I actually wrote it. It's The Darkness Outside Us. And it does have cry-worthy moments, but it actually made me cry because the edits were so hard.
My all-time favorite genres to read are romance and mystery, kissing books, or murder books. Those are my favorite.
Anything fantasy or fantastical, especially when it's blended with the everyday world. Monsters and magic and myths coming head to head with modern times. It really makes me feel like anything could happen either in or off the pages.
fantasy. I love epic fantasy that throws no surprises my way. I want glowing swords with prophecies attached to them. I want dragons with long, unpronounceable names, magical hands that glow blue and cast spells, and elves and orcs, and it is such a joy.
Young adult contemporary romances with thrillers in a second place, and then maybe in third place, any book that is about a spooky woods that you're not supposed to go into.
For me, it's probably a toss-up between Patrick from Perks of Being a Wallflower and Dante from Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe.
Hands down, The Gargoyle in A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. I don't want to give anything away, but if you know, you know.
From Burn Our Bodies Down, she's incredible, along with Kitty from To All the Boys I Loved Before, and Katie Howard from the Dead Queens Club.
Magnus Bane from The Mortal Instruments. Full stop.
Dory from Finding Nemo, because she is hilarious as voiced by Ellen DeGeneres, and she is just constantly inserting tension, but she is so sweet and daffy, and you just love seeing her little like blue-purple little fishy face on the screen.
I read a lot on my e-reader, and I hate it when I'm reading an amazing book and I'm in public and I can't just lift it up and show off the cover and push it in people's faces and scream about it and all that good stuff.
I think that's when you lend someone a book and they don't take care of it. I actually had an incident where I lent someone a book. It was a new book. I hadn't even read it yet, but they took it to the beach and it got wet. And all the pages got wrinkled and damaged. Miraculously, we are still friends.
If you own a book, you have the right to do whatever you want with it, but if you fold a paperback back while you're reading, I'm going to hate you.
Guards, like just guards in general, they're like walking up and down the hallway, they're faceless. Why are there so many guards around except to just be a little device and a prop to be used in that scene? I want my guards to have names and personalities and to look like something and to have like a stance towards their job and not just be these like faceless guard number one, guard number two. I think it's can be a sign of lazy writing to have a lot of guards around.
When people review books, people give a book a bad review, but the only thing that they cite is the genre of the book. So if they say, oh, I really hated this book, I hate fantasies, like that's not useful. Or if they say, this is just a reminder to like, you know, that I don't like YA novels. So why are you reading it?
It has to be hearing back from readers who've enjoyed the book, especially young readers who've connected with the story in ways I hoped they would and ways I didn't expect.
The best part of being an author is that you can, at least for me, I can only do it like 3 or 4 hours a day and the rest of the day is mine. So I do like a long lunch with friends and I can play PlayStation in the middle of the afternoon. It's 1 p.m. on a Monday and I am deep in Assassin's Creed. What a great job that allows me to do that.
Meeting readers, hands down, best part. Interfacing with them, because I write for teens, like they're just so much cooler than me. So I like talking to them and finding out what they're listening to, what they're reading, just because I feel like I'm a little bit of a 15-year-old still in my head. And so when I get to meet actual 15 or 16-year-olds, it just reminds me of how exciting that time in my life was. And it sort of renews my excitement about writing for that age group. So
I think the best part of being an author is that it's kind of like having an inside joke with a lot of people, most of which you've never met. And it's kind of a strangely intimate thing, as well as being very public. I just love being able to tell a story and have other people know that story and have feelings about it, even if it's not good. Just knowing that they read it and they had feelings about it is a really cool thing. It's a good experience.